Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jesus Hub. I'm Billy, and today we're going to discover the present continuous tense. We'll learn how to use it for both the present and the future. And of course, we'll use some Bible-based examples to help us understand. First, let's talk about how we use the present continuous tense to describe actions that are happening right now. The tense is made up of two parts. The verb to be, conjugated as am, is, or are, and the main verb in the ing form. For example, if we look at what God is doing right now in our lives, we might say, the Holy Spirit is speaking to us. We are learning about Jesus' love. These sentences describe actions that are happening at this very moment. Is speaking, are learning. This is the present continuous. We often contract the auxiliary verb to be when we use the present continuous. Have a look at the contracted forms in this table and repeat them after me to practice your pronunciation. I'm learning. You're learning. He's learning. She's learning. It's learning. We're learning. You're learning. They're learning. Good job. The negative forms are am not, aren't, and isn't. I'm not listening. You aren't listening. He isn't listening. She isn't listening. It isn't listening, etc. If you want to form a question, you switch subject and auxiliary verb around. For example, are you listening? Is she listening? Let's look at a couple of example sentences from the Bible with the present continuous tense. In the Gospel of Mark chapter 1, we read that Jesus liked to get up early when everyone was still sleeping. He was an early riser. He found a place to be alone and pray. In verses 35 to 37, it says, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a place to be alone where he prayed. Simon and his friends went to look for him, and when they found him, they said, everyone is looking for you. Here, is looking shows an action happening in the present. They are searching for Jesus everywhere at that moment. Another example is in John 8:46, where Jesus says, nobody can show that I have done anything wrong. You should believe me because I am telling you God's true message. This is when Jesus is arguing with people who are against him. Here, am telling tells us that Jesus is speaking the truth at that very moment. Now let's move on to the future use of the present continuous. Did you know you can use this tense to talk about things that are planned or certain to happen in the future? That makes it a very useful tense. For example, if you have plans for tomorrow, you can say, I am meeting my friends tomorrow. We are going to a concert in the evening. Even though these things are happening in the future, we use the present continuous because the plans are already decided. They are definitely going to happen. They are arranged, and we are sure they're going to happen. Let's look at some more examples. When you tell someone about your plans for the weekend, you can use the present continuous. On Saturday, we're having a picnic in the park. In the afternoon, I'm playing beach volleyball, and in the evening, we're watching the new movie in the cinema. Here, are having and playing and are watching talk about future actions. We have arranged these things and are certain they will happen. So we use the present continuous tense. Remember, sometimes this tense is also called the present progressive. It's the same tense, just a different name for it. Now let's make a connection to Jesus' teachings. Just as the present continuous shows us things happening right now or are sure to happen in the future, Jesus' promises are both for today and tomorrow. He is always with us, guiding us now and also in the future. His plans for our future are certain. And I think this is very encouraging in a world where not a lot of things are certain. When we say, Jesus is helping me, we say that he is present in our lives today. And when we say, Jesus is coming again, we trust his promises for the future and that he will never leave us. The present continuous tense reminds us that Jesus' work is ongoing. He is active in our lives every moment, today, tomorrow, and forever. He will never leave us, and he will never forget us. His promises for the future are guaranteed, 100%. Let's practice. I'll give you a few sentence starters to complete using the present continuous tense for the present and for the future. Complete the sentences so they're true for you, and then post your examples in the comments below. Right now, I am praying for. Jesus is guiding me as I'm learning about in my Bible readings. Next month, I'm planning to spread God's love and kindness. You can also find these sentences in the description box below. Well done, everyone. Today, you've learned how to use the present continuous tense for actions happening right now in the present and for certain future events. And we've seen how this connects with Jesus' teachings. He is with us now, and his promises for the future are sure. If you found this lesson helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more lessons that connect English learning with Jesus' teaching, subscribe to the Jesus Hub. And don't forget to leave a comment below with your own sentences using the present continuous. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.